Hey, Madara man, it's over. It's over. I mean, when I saw God just shattering his ribs, I was like, okay, this could be a problem. Then Naruto comes in and it's like, this guy's ready to go to Brazil. I'm like, have you been training for the World Cup, Naruto? That freaking air kick, dude. Like, he's like Ronaldinho or Maradona, like, of course, Kishi, being the tease that he is, doesn't show Naruto's eyes up until that very last panel. So when Naruto's kicking the ball, he's like, spoiler alert, gotta end this with a cliffhanger, don't look at me yet. Same thing goes for Sasuke. He's gonna tease the absolute shit out of Sasuke having the Rinnegan, And it's confirmed now. Naruto didn't get it. What's Sasuke gonna get? The Byakugan? And it was such a good chapter for Gai as well, because if I had to pick a way of dying and meeting my death, kicking the ever-living shit out of Madara Uchiha sounds like a pretty darn good way of going out. His leg gets completely shattered as he hits Madara, and he even changes color, and his veins are all about to pop, all over his body. At least I think those are veins. He goes for this attack called Ryu, which we find out looks like a dragon, which is something that a lot of us expected. Instead of getting Night Elephant, we expected a dragon-based move, like, Midnight Dragon. Because when it comes to Eastern mythology, very, very few creatures beat the dragon. That being said, I like the fact that we did get Night Elephant, because that was just epic as fuck. So we actually got the best of both worlds. Fuck you, Miley Cyrus. Oh, and Ryu means dragon. We also get a flashback, which I don't mind because we got to see Mr. Hatake in it, aka the White Fang, and he teaches Kakashi not to underestimate people. I like his little guy, when he's being talked down to by Kakashi, he's like, "Thank you for cheering me on," because in a sense that is true. Like, people who talk down to you, I mean, if you look at it positively, I mean, it's a motivator because you just want to prove them wrong, and boy was Kakashi proven wrong in this chapter. Like, even Gaara and Lee were sent flying because of the fucking shockwave that was released after the impact of Gai's attack. So you got Madara acknowledging, dude, I thought I was gonna die. You're a maniac. But most important, I mean, this really solidifies Gai as, the strongest taijutsu user pretty much ever. Because Madara says, as far as taijutsu amongst those who have fought me, there hasn't been anyone who has exceeded your level. So, I mean, taijutsu for the history books. I don't know, maybe Kaguya or the Sage of Six Paths could have rivaled Gai or beaten him in taijutsu. But the point is, when Madara says you're a beast, okay, that is not a compliment to be taken lightly. Last time I watched Toonami, Naruto Shippuden on Toonami, I turned on the TV and there was the Gaara rescue arc, and the episode was about Team Gai up against this Kizame clone. And I'm sitting there going, yo, now that I know what he's capable of, Gai would have killed fucking Kizame, massacred his ass, and then some. Also, improving Kakashi wrong in this chapter, I think Kishimoto did a pretty good job at tying up the loose end of the debate of well, genius versus hard work, which is better. I mean, I think this chapter is kind of like Kishi's answer and message to his readers that hard work will usually always trump over people who are genetically predisposed at being good at certain activities. I mentioned it last week, but the art in some of these pages is just absolutely phenomenal. Specifically, I'm talking about the one where we see Madara looking like a fucking zombie, just gushing out blood from his mouth. The symbolism in the beginning, the artistic value of the second spread when we see Naruto and Sasuke, that juxtaposition, and he actually takes a shot of the back of their jackets with the Uchiha symbol having the moon. It's actually, I mean, it's supposed to be a fan, but it also serves as half a moon. The same thing goes for Naruto. We know the Uzumaki symbol is supposed to be a whirlpool, but in this case we actually see the tattoo of the sun, which is a circle in his hand. And you can see how that's part of the symbols of each of their clans. So if Kishimoto thought about this before he made the symbols for both the Uchiha and the Uzumaki clan, that is some beast foreshadowing. And also a very conscious stylistic choice from Kishimoto is to have Naruto, on either side of Naruto and Sasuke, there is both a female and a character that needs to be redeemed. So in Naruto's case, you have Sakura, who's the character that needs to be redeemed, and the female, Obito. To play devil's advocate, I could kind of see why people would interpret the message of this chapter to be very repetitive, but at the same time, because Gai was a quote-unquote failure. He wasn't accepted into the academy, which is a parallel to Naruto. Naruto's a parallel to Ashura. So I can see why people could get tired of this message, but at the same time, I feel like this chapter, it needed to be done, and it needed to be done through Gai, because Gai in Kakashi's eyes was never taken seriously. Every time he would challenge Kakashi to something and he would lose, it was always for comedy. It was always to just, you know, depict Gai in a just a shitty light. And now look at him. Naruto jumps in there. He restores Gai's heartbeat. I believe the tattoo of the sun that he has on his hand serves as a seal. So, you know, Gai's heart is okay. But the thing is, he kicked the Bijou ball. He should not be able to do that shit. That shit hits you and you're done. So whatever sage mode he's rocking now is on some god level. And at first I was kind of confused. I thought his eyes were new. You know, and so I Googled Sage Mode eyes to see if he had ever had the cross for a pupil. He does have it when he combines Sage Mode with Kurama's influence or the Kyuubi's chakra. Except because of what he did, I'm more willing to believe that there's, I mean, he still has like part of the Kyuubi, but I don't think that he's in any type of, you know, Kyuubi-based mode. So I think that his eyes, in the panel, I imagine them as green. Then again, this new power that Naruto has obtained is kind of really unknown to himself in a sense, because he says, this is a very mysterious sort of feeling I got. I've never felt this way before. I just feel like I can change anything, which is on some god level type shit. And so if Naruto feels this way, I can only imagine, you know, what Sasuke is capable of now. Because once again, they both grow together. They had their first kiss together. They got their own hand tattoo. I'm not counting Sasuke's curse mark or Naruto's tattoo in his belly button. And now it looks like they're going to save the world together. So I cannot wait to see what happens. This is going to be such a good week for the series that I review and that I keep up with. Oh man, I got a feeling. Well, that and I already read One Piece. Thank you for watching, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.